Today, we bow our heads to the brave souls who laid down their lives, not just for a piece of land, but for an idea far greater, the idea that a nation can only live freely when its people are willing to die for truth. The martyrs of Pakistan and those across the world who stood against oppression were not ordinary people. They were the light in the darkest nights, the hope when all seemed lost. They walked into the storm not because they didn't fear death, but because they believed some causes are greater than life itself. Every drop of their blood became a seed for future generations to breathe in the air of freedom. As Ibrahim Raisi said, the blood of martyrs strengthens the spine of nations. And today, as we remember them, we must ask ourselves, are we worthy of their sacrifice? Are we living lives that honor their courage? Or have we become comfortable in silence, in apathy, and forgetting? This remembrance is not just a ritual. It is a mirror held up to us to awaken us, to shake us, to remind us that their journey didn't end with death. It begins with our responsibility to carry their dream forward. And that is the real message. Remembering is not enough. Now, it's our turn to rise. Ibrahim Raisi once said, martyrs are not gone, they live on in the conscience of the nation. Their sacrifice is not just part of our past, it's the foundation of our future. These brave men and women did not fall because they were weak. They stood tall against tyranny, choosing honor over comfort, truth over fear. When bullets tried to silence them, their silence became the loudest cry for justice. Their blood didn't just spill, it carved the path for the nation to walk on. Today, as we speak their names, we must feel their courage in our veins. Remember, they had families, dreams, futures, but they gave it all for us. And now, we must ask, are we protecting what they died for? Are we letting corruption, division, and fear erase the meaning of their sacrifice? Imran Khan always says, a nation dies when it forgets its heroes. So let us never carry their mission forward with clarity, not confusion, with unity, not division. Because if we truly remember them, we will become what they dreamed of. A nation that stands with justice, with faith, and with fearless purpose. Imran Khan's voice is not just political, it's deeply emotional when he speaks of martyrs. He reminds us that nations are not destroyed by poverty or lack of resources, by losing their moral compass. Gajab Komap and Shade and Kabul Jadi Hai to us Kazamar Mar Jadi Hai. He says, these martyrs didn't fall for power or fame, they gave their lives so we could live with honor. Today, too many of us are silent. We see injustice, but we scroll past it. We hear the truth, but we doubt it. Khan's message is simple but piercing. Wake up. Pakistan's soul is crying, and only Azov people can heal it. The spirit of sacrifice cannot be left buried under political noise or fear of speaking up. Every martyr gave you a voice, so use it. Stand for truth, even if you stand alone. This isn't about parties. It's about Pakistan. The message of the martyrs is not to mourn forever. It's to rise, speak, and if we want change, we must become the change. They died fighting so we could live fearless. Now the question is, will we live small lives in fear or rise as they did for something greater than ourselves? When a martyr falls, they don't ask what political flag you wave or which leader you follow. They die for the soil, for the people, for Pakistan. That's why today unity is our greatest weapon. The enemy has always tried to divide us by language, by sect, by party. But the martyrs prove that when we stand together, we are unbreakable. Imran Khan often says, a divided nation cannot stand tall. And he's right. The strength of our fallen heroes came from their belief in a Pakistan that rises above petty divisions. Ibrahim Raisi's message to echoes this truth: nations survive when their people unite on principles, not personalities. We must rise above the noise and remember, we are one nation with one heart and one purpose. Jewy salut, whether you're in the villages of Punjab or the streets of London watching this from the diaspora, you are part of the struggle. Let us not allow hatred, lies, or fear to weaken what so many have died to protect. Unity is not just a slogan, it's our survival. And if we want to honor our martyrs, we must build the Pakistan they dreamed of together, not torn apart. The martyrs lit the torch, but it is the youth who must carry it forward. Every great revolution in history has been sparked by young people who refuse to accept things as they are. Imran Khan always says, Jab Jawan Jagda Hai, to Takdir Badalti Hai. Our martyrs didn't die just so we could post tributes on social media. They died so that we could stand tall with courage and clarity to build a better Pakistan. Today, we need more than remembrance, we need action. The system may seem broken, the leaders may seem lost, but the spirit of the youth is where real change begins. From the classrooms of Lahore to the streets of Karachi, and from TikTok videos in London to protests in Islamabad, your voice matters. You don't need permission to stand for justice. You need passion, purpose, and belief in something bigger than yourself. That the youth must lead with character, not chaos, with truth, not trends. If we rise with wisdom, with unity, and with the fire of our martyrs in our hearts, no force in the world can stop us. We are not just the future, we are the front line, and it's time we start acting like it. The story of our martyrs is not just Pakistan's story. It is part of a global struggle between truth and tyranny, justice and oppression. From Gaza to Kashmir, from Iran to the streets of Pakistan, the blood of the innocent is one language: resistance. Ibrahim Raisi's words remind us that when a martyr falls in one land, the world trembles in quiet witness. Their sacrifice sends a message far beyond borders. It says, we will not be silenced. Imran Khan has often highlighted how Pakistan must stand with the oppressed everywhere. Because at jo zolm ka khilaf nahi bolta, waska hissa ban jata hai. We must remember that the fight for freedom and dignity is not confined to one nation. It is a shared dream. If we truly honor our martyrs, we must become a voice for all those who still suffer in silence. Whether you're in Pakistan or watching from across the world, your voice, your courage, your action can echo louder than any weapon. This is no longer a national call. It is a human one. Let our remembrance turn into responsibility and our sorrow into strength. Because in every fallen hero, there's a rising hope for all of humanity. The martyrs gave us their lives so we could build a nation of justice, unity, and courage. Ibrahim Raisi's message calls for reflection. Imran Khan's message demands action. Let us honor their sacrifice not just with words, but with the will to rise, speak, and lead. Pakistan's future begins when its people awaken, and that awakening starts with the Zava youth.